Hello dear friends, how are you? I'm Vikas driving instructor from Vikas Driving School. Today I have Rupali with me. She has a driving test just after half an hour. So we're going to discuss the tips to pass the driving test and what things we need to be careful about the driving test. So Rupali, welcome to our channel, and thank you so much for coming and discussing with us to tips the pass the test. So for passing a driving test, first of all I just want to tell you, like a last student, we had a practice with that student, as you notice also. So he failed his driving test just because of panic. So I gave him very good lesson, and he was very good driver also. So I seen many students they pass their driving test because his driving was very good, but just he failed just because of panic. So I asked him, because the LTO officer give us instructions, turn right. So he stopped his car, but the car was just coming from the front of us, and he saw car, still he was not able to control his emotions. So he just went just front of that. So make sure always whenever you're turning left and right, don't rush. Stop your car completely and just wait for the safe gap. Never choose the tight gap. Sometimes we think we can go very quickly. So he think we can go very quickly, and he just passed just front of the car. That was a very tight gap. So always avoid the tight gap, because we don't need to rush anything, because it's not a race anything. We're going to reach as soon as possible, and then we're going to get a first prize anything. Always just keep it patient, because I've been so many driving tests. I seen student, they don't fail because of the driving, they just fail just because of panic. No need to rush anything. Just stop your car and completely check right, completely check left, then go. So I don't want you to do this type of the mistake. Always when you're going to turn right and left, just stop. No need to rush anything. And
Sure.
And second thing is, always if you don't understand any instruction, ask again. So the tester is going to repeat and point instruction for you, and I'm also going to repeat and point instruction for you. And still if you don't understand anything, by mistake if you go to wrong line, like if they said to you turn right from left line, and by mistake you go to wrong line, just be in that line. Make sure, don't try to change it. And the third thing is, always check your mirrors. Watch other road users. Many students in the driving test, they only focus straight. They become a robot and they just only focus. They don't watch other road users. The driving test, you need to be careful about the two things. You need to drive safely for yourself, and you need to drive safely for other road users. So you need to watch other road users, and you need to drive safe. And the next point is, always many students, they forget to stop on the stop sign and they fail their driving test. Stop sign means you need to completely stop, completely dead stop for 3 seconds. Many students on the stop sign, they slow down and they check no one is coming and they go. And the line changing is the main mistake. Students, when the examiner, they say to you move to left line or right line, they take it very personally, and they think it's a court order something. They need to do it immediately, otherwise they're going to go in a jail. No, it's not like that. If they said you line changing, no need to rush anything. Give your indicator, because after giving your indicator, traffic is going to adjust automatically, and they're going to be very high chance to get a safe gap. So do it when you feel safe. Otherwise, if you don't feel safe, no problem. You're not going to lose any single point. Only they're going to see your indicator. If you give your indicator, that is enough. And So do you, Rupali, before that I give you lesson, I give you very good lesson. I teach you 3-point turn, reverse parallel parking, pull lever. So do you have any doubt about anything?
No, I think I'm pretty much confident whatever you have taught, and you actually made my morning this time.
Yep.
Because I was not really 100% sure about the reverse parallel parking, but after having a test driving session with you,
Yep.
I think I was quite comfortable and confident. I don't think so I can make a mistake. So I also don't see myself in that panicking mode, because that's the important thing. Because we are human and we are bound to make mistakes. So as earlier, the guy, his name was Hare Krishna, and he failed the test. I also observed his driving while sitting at the back seat. So I also observed one of the most important and the crucial point, that he was just panicking. Because as Sir said that if you have to take, if you have to switch the lines from right to left, I think you must read, you must listen and understand, and then follow the instructions. It's not like he has said, as he mentioned earlier, that it's not a court order. Because in that case, you're risking your life, other person's life, and people who are actually on the road at that time. I think that's like really important, to listen and understand and then follow the instructions.
Yes, that is very big mistake student. They
Yeah.
they think they need to do immediately. In that moment, they're not able to hold it.
Right.
They're not able to hold it, because I've been so many driving tests. I've seen this is the common mistake.
Right.
And yeah, so any another question, any another doubt you have, like any 3-point turn, reverse parallel parking, pull lever? So because you have a test just after half an hour,
Yeah.
so we can discuss about that mistake and we can improve it.
Right. So I think I had a lot of questions, but after driving with him, I think I'm pretty much sure that I can pass the test.
That's it.
And it's I think it's all about the confidence. If you have the right knowledge and the right person, as Mr. Vikas, he is the one. Because I still remember my first day of my driving lesson. I was overconfident. I wasn't confident. That also drawn me and took me like longer time to keep myself practicing. And I think today I'm at the stage where I have a little patience and to understand and listen the instructions. So I think I was making mistakes majorly on the traffic lights, because I also had in my mind, okay, if it's a yellow sign, I am ready to move. But no, I think I should be ready to stop at the same time.
Yeah, that is very good point you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yellow light.
Yeah.
Yellow light, many students they take yellow light means prepare to go, but yellow light means always prepare to stop if you
right.
have a time.
Right.
So if you don't have a time and if you are very close to that line, that solid line, then always better to go.
Right, right.
Yep.
Yep. So as Mr. Vikas said, even though I think when we are on the roundabouts, and actually when we are driving solo, we just give away and then we just move towards if you want to go to right, or if you want to take the first or second exit. I think when somebody sitting next to you, it's specially recommended that always listen and just understand what they are saying. Because sometimes, like today, this morning, I made a mistake. I got lost for like 5 seconds, and I think in that 5 seconds our life could be in danger. So I think understanding and listening very carefully is very much important, especially on the roundabouts. We think that we can pass the roundabout. I think giving way and waiting to stop when it's important, it's really helpful.
It's really
So,
helpful.
yeah.
Yep. So you mentioned always in a roundabout. Roundabout
Yeah.
is very important point, because many students they fail their driving test in a roundabouts. If you had a very good practice in the roundabout, you will have a very less chance to fail your driving test. Because roundabout, sometimes student they only looking right hand side.
Right.
Make sure you need to keep your eye left side also, and the straight also, because many time when you going to turn right, if anyone is going to come from the straight, they're going to hold right hand side.
Right.
And you will have an opportunity to go.
Right.
If from left hand side anybody is going right, so they're going to hold the traffic, they're going to hold that the front side also. So you will have opportunity. Make sure always keep your eye everywhere in the roundabout. Or not always, many students they have a misunderstanding. In the books also they say you need to give way to all the car in the roundabout. Yes, you need to give way to the car, all the car in the roundabout. But if there is a car in the roundabout and if there is a safe distance, still you can go. Because the car is if about other side of the roundabout, because when they're going to turn around, going to come close, you will be about to take a exit. Because in the busier time, in the traffic time, if we're going to wait to the empty the roundabout, there will be very hard chance.
Right.
And
that's
we will
right.
not able to go in the traffic time, especially in the school time. So always keep your eye everywhere. Whenever you get an opportunity, then go very quickly. Don't think twice, because many times student they don't trust their self. They don't trust their
That
self.
is very important. You
Yep.
need to, guys, if you're watching this video, you really need to be confident and you really need to be sure whatever you have learned during your lessons, you're following it that right way.
Just trust yourself, believe yourself, and do when you feel safe.
Right.
Okay. And the another mistake always before the test, like I just want to give you personally, when you're going for driving test, before the driving test, have a very good sleep. Have a very good sleep is very important. And after that, go for morning walk, because if you will have a more oxygen, you're going to perform well, because your confidence will be higher. So these are the tips to pass your driving test. If you still have any question, any doubt, don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section and I will reply you very soon. Thank you, Rupali, to sharing and discussing the tips to pass the driving test. So bye for now. We'll meet you with next video. See you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.